Have you ever felt it? That strange sense that something massive, something invisible, is shifting beneath the surface of our everyday lives? You can't quite explain it, but deep down you know the world doesn't feel the same anymore. The air feels charged, time feels faster, and humanity seems to be standing on the edge of something extraordinary. What if I told you this feeling isn't random, but the symptom of a cosmic transition that has already begun? A transformation written in the stars long before human civilization even existed. Welcome to the Age of Aquarius, a time unlike any other in history, an era not defined by politics, technology, or war, but by conscious evolution, a revolution of the human mind and spirit. For centuries, mystics and scientists alike have tried to understand humanity's mysterious connection to the cosmos. They sensed that every civilization rises and falls in harmony with celestial cycles, like a cosmic heartbeat guiding the fate of our species. And now, that heartbeat is quickening again. As the Age of Aquarius fades into memory, the energy of Aquarius begins to take hold, an energy that demands freedom, truth, and unity. It challenges everything we thought we knew about reality, spirituality, and even ourselves. But here's the question that matters most. Are we truly ready for what's coming? Because the Age of Aquarius isn't just an astrological change, it's a mirror held up to humanity, reflecting both our greatest potential and our deepest shadows. This is the story of how our world is being quietly rewritten from the inside out, and it begins not in the stars, but within you. For thousands of years, ancient civilizations watched the skies with awe and reverence. They didn't see the stars as distant suns, but as living forces, guiding the rhythm of life itself. The Egyptians, Mayans, and Sumerians all spoke of great cosmic cycles, vast periods where the Earth's position within the galaxy shaped human consciousness in ways we're only beginning to rediscover. The priests of ancient Egypt called it the Great Year, a 25,920-year cycle in which our solar system completes one full orbit through the 12 constellations of the zodiac. Each of these cosmic months lasts roughly 2,160 years, an age where a single energy dominates the spiritual and psychological evolution of humanity. Right now, we are in the transition between two of these great ages. For the past 2 millennia, humanity lived under the sign of Pisces, the age of faith, belief, and salvation. It was an era of prophets and religions, where the search for meaning was guided by devotion and sacrifice. But as the sun moves through Aquarius, everything begins to change. This is not just about astrology, it's about energy physics. Modern science is beginning to confirm what the ancients already knew. Everything in the universe vibrates. Every atom, every planet, every heartbeat emits a frequency. Quantum physics has revealed a stunning truth. Light and matter are not separate. They are the same essence, dancing between wave and particle, which means everything that exists is connected through invisible fields of energy. So when the Earth shifts position under a new constellation, it's not just symbolic, it's energetic. We're literally being bathed in new frequencies, and those frequencies affect how we think, feel, and evolve. The Age of Aquarius brings an electromagnetic signature of innovation, rebellion, and awakening. It carries the vibration of collective consciousness, the urge to break free from illusions and rediscover the infinite intelligence woven into all things. That's why so many people today feel restless, anxious, or inspired.
We are tuning in to a new wavelength, but our world is still built on the frequencies of the past. The systems, beliefs, and power structures born in the age of Pisces, religion, hierarchy, control, no longer align with the energetic truth emerging now. This friction between old and new is what makes our time so turbulent. The chaos you see in politics, in media, even within yourself, it's all part of the great recalibration. Humanity is rewiring, preparing to operate on a higher level of consciousness. And this transformation isn't just philosophical, it's physical. Our bodies, our DNA, even our brain waves are sensitive to the same cosmic fields that shape the movement of planets. The universe is not a machine, it's a living organism, and we are part of its heartbeat. The more we awaken, the more we remember, we are not separate from the cosmos. We are the cosmos, experiencing itself through human form.
Every great age in human history begins the same way, with endings that feel like collapse. Before a new light can rise, the old world must fade into shadow. And that's exactly what's happening now. For over 2,000 years, the Age of Pisces shaped the soul of humanity. It was an era of faith, religion, and redemption, a time when people sought salvation outside of themselves. The symbol of Pisces, two fish swimming in opposite directions, perfectly reflected the struggle of that age. Spirit versus matter, faith versus reason, heaven versus earth. It was a time of miracles and martyrs, of saints and saviors. Humanity looked upward, praying for guidance, believing that truth lived somewhere beyond reach, in temples, in scriptures, in gods. That belief built magnificent civilizations, but it also built walls. Dogma became law, faith became control, and the more we worshipped the divine above us, the more we forgot the divine within us. Now, as the cosmic clock turns, the old Piscean structures are crumbling, not because they are evil, but because they've served their purpose. The lessons of belief and sacrifice have been learned, and the Age of Aquarius is whispering a new command: know thyself. You can already feel it, the collective unraveling. Institutions we once trusted, religions, governments, even the media, are being exposed, questioned, and dismantled. Secrets buried for centuries are surfacing. The shadows of power are dragged into the light. This isn't chaos for chaos's sake. It's the great cleansing before rebirth. In the same way a forest fire destroys to renew, humanity is burning through illusion. We are being forced to confront the truth that our salvation won't come from a savior, but from awakening. The old age asked us to believe. The new one demands that we understand. That's why so many people today feel torn between worlds, one foot in the familiar past, the other reaching towards something unknown. Technology, science, and spirituality are colliding in ways that would have seemed impossible a century ago. And through that collision, something remarkable is forming, a new consciousness. Aquarius doesn't ask for blind faith, it asks for awareness. It's the age of transparency, information, and truth. The lies that once ruled the masses can no longer survive the frequency of light that now floods the collective mind. But this shift isn't gentle. When the human eye first meets the sun, it burns. When truth replaces illusion, it hurts. The collapse we're witnessing isn't the end of the world, it's the end of one version of it.
And beyond the rubble of outdated systems, a new reality waits to be born. One built not on fear, but on understanding. Because Aquarius doesn't destroy just to destroy, it destroys to free.
Something extraordinary is happening beneath the surface of everyday life. It's quiet, invisible, and yet unstoppable. A revolution of consciousness unlike anything humanity has ever known. This revolution doesn't begin in parliaments or protests. It begins in the silent chambers of the human mind, one person, one realization at a time. The Age of Aquarius is not about overthrowing governments, it's about overthrowing illusions. It asks us to look inward and question the unseen programs that shape how we think, feel, and live. The real battlefield isn't out there, it's inside. For centuries, humanity sought enlightenment through temples, dogmas, and intermediaries. But Aquarius whispers a different truth. You are your own temple. You don't have to seek light elsewhere, you are made of it. That's why millions around the world are feeling the call to awaken. Meditation, mindfulness, breathwork, energy healing, and esoteric study, these aren't trends, they're symptoms of a deeper remembering. People are realizing that spirituality isn't about escaping the world, it's about understanding it from the inside out. The awakening feels like both a blessing and a breakdown. The more aware we become, the more we see, not only the beauty of existence, but also its shadows. Our internal wounds, suppressed emotions, and unconscious fears rise to the surface, demanding attention. And that's where the transformation begins. Because you cannot heal what you refuse to see. And the Age of Aquarius forces humanity to see everything. The lies we tell ourselves, the patterns we repeat, the masks we wear to fit a broken world. They are all crumbling now. The Aquarian frequency is like a floodlight piercing through centuries of darkness, revealing both our divine potential and our deepest denial. And for those brave enough to face it, this light doesn't destroy, it liberates. Science is beginning to echo the same truth mystics have spoken for millennia. Consciousness shapes reality. Every thought we have, every emotion we feel, vibrates through the field that connects all things. Our inner state is not separate from the outer world, it's the blueprint from which it is built. So the revolution Aquarius brings is not one of violence, but of vibration. It's not about forcing change through conflict, but about embodying change through awareness. When one person awakens, they lift the frequency of countless others around them. This is how the world transforms, not by conquest, but by coherence. The more people awaken, the faster the collective mind begins to shift. It's like millions of tiny lights flickering on in the darkness until the entire sky glows. This is how humanity evolves, not through war, but through wisdom. And when we reach a tipping point, something miraculous will occur. The world we once saw as separate, divided, and hostile will reveal itself as what it has always been, one living consciousness expressing itself through infinite forms. The revolution has already begun. You can feel it every time you choose compassion over anger, truth over comfort, awareness over fear. That's the Age of Aquarius moving through you. Because the universe doesn't evolve through violence, it evolves through remembrance. The Age of Aquarius isn't just spiritual, it's technological. And this is where the revolution becomes visible, tangible and unstoppable. For the first time in human history, science and spirituality are converging. Quantum physics tells us that particles are connected across vast distances. Energy, information, and matter are no longer separate entities. They are woven together in a cosmic dance. Ancient mystics called this unity consciousness. Modern physicists call it quantum entanglement. Both point to the same astonishing truth: everything is connected. Technology is becoming the bridge between inner awakening and outer evolution. Artificial intelligence, once a distant dream, now begins to understand, interpret, and even feel. Smart networks link people across continents, accelerating the flow of knowledge and ideas like never before. The internet, social platforms, and global communication aren't just tools, they're extensions of human consciousness. In this new age, information is the most potent currency. Truth spreads faster than lies. Secrets once buried in shadows are exposed with a click. And as the collective mind awakens, technology amplifies the shift, making transformation not only possible, but inevitable. Even our relationship with the natural world is changing. Smart cities, renewable energy, and ecological awareness reflect the Aquarian principle that we are not separate from Earth, we are part of it. The Age of Aquarius teaches us that harmony is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Sustainability is no longer optional, it's embedded in the collective frequency of humanity. At the same time, technology challenges us to reflect. Are we using these tools to build bridges or walls? To connect hearts or exploit minds? This is the test of the new age, not what we create, but how we create it. Because as consciousness rises, so does responsibility. Humanity is learning to integrate the best of logic and intuition, science and spirit, reason and compassion. Every innovation, every discovery becomes an opportunity to align with the higher purpose of this cosmic era. The Age of Aquarius is teaching us that progress is meaningless without consciousness. Machines can think, but humans can awaken. And an awakened humanity can use technology not to dominate, but to co-create a world that reflects the unity of all life. This is the paradox of Aquarius. Our tools become mirrors for our souls. Our inventions are extensions of our consciousness. And the higher our awareness, the more enlightened our world becomes. The stage is set. The energies are shifting. And the next great leap for humanity won't come from power, war, or money. It will come from the expansion of collective consciousness, amplified by the tools we have built. The Age of Aquarius is here, and it's asking one thing from us: will we awaken, or will we sleep through the revolution?
The revolution of the Age of Aquarius isn't limited to the mind or spirit. It's collective. It's rewriting how humanity organizes itself, how communities function, and how individuals relate to each other. Aquarius is the sign of interconnection, equality, and collaboration. It challenges old hierarchies, rigid leadership, and the idea that a few should control the many. Instead, it asks us to embrace horizontal systems, where voices once silenced finally matter. Every individual has a role, and every choice ripples through the web of humanity. You can already see the signs. Social movements challenging inequality, environmental destruction, and outdated political structures are gaining momentum. People are demanding transparency, accountability, and fairness. Traditional power structures are struggling to maintain control because they no longer align with the frequency of the age. The Age of Aquarius also brings a radical shift in how we value knowledge and collaboration.
Innovation flourishes when minds unite. Creativity becomes a collective force, no longer confined to institutions or elites. Music, art, literature, and cinema are not just forms of entertainment, they are vehicles for transformation, spreading ideas and awakening consciousness across the globe. At the same time, this era challenges our most ingrained habits and attachments. Consumerism, exploitation, and environmental negligence are no longer sustainable. The health of the planet is inseparable from the health of humanity. Aquarius asks us to expand empathy, not just toward each other, but toward all living beings. The old dualities are breaking down, rich and poor, individual and collective, human and nature. We're learning to see the world as one interconnected system, where harmony is both a personal and collective responsibility. Education is transforming too. No longer limited to memorization or obedience, it now emphasizes critical thinking, creativity, and social responsibility. Children are being prepared not just to survive, but to co-create a sustainable and compassionate world. Communities are experimenting with new forms of governance, participatory decision-making, and collaborative economies. Ideas once considered radical, like shared resources, renewable energy, and ecological cities, are gaining traction. The revolution of Aquarius isn't a distant dream, it's already in motion. And at the heart of it, the message is simple. The age of Aquarius succeeds only if we awaken together. Individual enlightenment is powerful, but collective awakening is transformative. Every compassionate choice, every act of cooperation, every conscious decision strengthens the fabric of this new humanity. This is a revolution with no banners, no armies, no flags, only the quiet, unstoppable rise of awareness. Because in Aquarius, true power isn't domination, it's connection. It's the realization that we are all threads in a cosmic tapestry, and each of us contributes to its unfolding beauty. The future isn't coming, it's being built now by those willing to rise above fear, division, and ego, and embrace a shared vision of a world awakened.
The Age of Aquarius is a collective revolution, but it begins in the most personal of places: your own mind, your own heart, your own soul. Every outer transformation starts within. Before society can awaken, individuals must confront their own illusions, fears, and attachments. This is not easy. Change is uncomfortable, and growth often comes with pain. But Aquarius demands courage, the courage to face yourself honestly, without excuses or distractions. The first step is self-awareness. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice the patterns that no longer serve you. Where do you cling to old beliefs? Where do you allow fear to dictate your actions? These are the shadows of the Piscean age, residual structures that keep humanity bound to limitation. Next comes intention. Conscious transformation is a choice. Every thought, every action, every decision matters more than ever, because the energies of Aquarius amplify what we project into the world. Your awakening is not selfish. It resonates outward, influencing the collective consciousness. Meditation, breathwork, mindfulness, and introspective practices are not just spiritual hobbies, they are essential tools. They help align your frequency with the new age, creating harmony between your inner world and the external shifts taking place around you. Compassion and empathy are the personal pillars of this era.
Aquarius teaches that no one evolves in isolation. Your own growth is intertwined with the awakening of others. By cultivating understanding, patience, and love, you contribute directly to the collective transformation. This path also requires discernment. Information moves faster than ever. The world presents endless choices, ideas, and perspectives. Learning to separate truth from illusion, depth from distraction, is critical to navigating the turbulence of this age. And finally, it calls for action. Awakening is not passive. Every small step, releasing a limiting belief, choosing cooperation over conflict, living sustainably, sharing knowledge, creates ripples that extend far beyond your personal sphere. The revolution of Aquarius begins quietly, in the silence of your heart. But each awakened soul is a spark, and when enough sparks ignite, they merge into a blazing light capable of transforming the world. This is your invitation. To look within, to question, to awaken. Because the age of Aquarius isn't something that happens to humanity. It's something humanity becomes, starting with you.
Transformation is rarely gentle. The age of Aquarius is a wave of change, and every wave meets resistance. On the collective level, old systems cling to life. Institutions, traditions, and power structures built over centuries resist the frequencies of the new age. Politics, economics, and social hierarchies are shaken to their core, producing uncertainty, conflict, and fear. The collapse of old paradigms feels chaotic, but it is necessary. Without dismantling what no longer serves us, the new cannot rise. At the individual level, resistance comes from within. Fear, doubt, and attachment to comfort hold us back. We are conditioned to seek security in structures that Aquarius is now dissolving. The mind resists the unknown. The heart fears vulnerability. And yet, the lessons of this age are impossible to learn without confronting discomfort. Polarization will intensify. Science clashes with superstition. Tradition confronts innovation. Individualism struggles against the needs of the collective. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to practice discernment, empathy, and conscious choice. Crises, both personal and societal, are inevitable. Economic turbulence, political upheaval, ecological stress, and social unrest will force humanity to face itself. But crises are not punishment. They are catalysts for awakening. They strip away illusions and show us where change is most needed. The age of Aquarius also demands resilience. Information moves faster than ever, and the human mind can feel overwhelmed. Learning to filter distractions, focus on what truly matters, and act with clarity is critical. The new age rewards those who embrace flexibility, courage, and conscious presence. Remember, resistance is natural, and transformation is uncomfortable. But within this turbulence lies an unprecedented opportunity. The chance to rebuild ourselves and society with awareness, compassion, and unity. This is the test of Aquarius. Will humanity cling to old fears, or will we rise to meet our potential? Will we continue to divide,
Or will we recognize our interconnectivity? Every choice, every action, every awakening individual contributes to the collective trajectory of our species. The trials of transition are real. They are unavoidable, and they are the proving ground for the revolution of consciousness.
Imagine a world where cooperation outweighs competition, where empathy fuels decisions, and where creativity flows freely without limitation. This is the promise of the Age of Aquarius, a society built not on fear or hierarchy, but on connection and consciousness. Technology, science, and spirituality converge in unprecedented ways. Cities of the future hum with sustainable energy. Education nurtures critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and collaboration instead of rote memorization. Innovation is measured not just in machines, but in the harmony it brings between humans and nature. Art, music, literature, and film no longer merely entertain, they awaken. They reflect the unity of humanity, bridging cultures, ideas, and generations. Creativity becomes a force of transformation, connecting hearts and minds across the globe. Social systems evolve too. Leadership is horizontal, participatory, and inclusive. Decisions are made collectively, guided by transparency, empathy, and wisdom. Communities thrive not through individual gain, but through shared growth and mutual responsibility. Ecology and sustainability are central pillars. The planet is no longer exploited, but respected as a living organism. Renewable energy, ecosystem regeneration, and compassionate practices shape daily life. Humans live in a conscious relationship with the Earth, recognizing that the health of the planet is inseparable from the health of humanity itself. In this vision, spirituality is integrated with science. We understand that consciousness and matter are not separate. Quantum discoveries reveal the interconnectedness of all things, validating what mystics have known for millennia, that our inner states directly influence the outer world. The Age of Aquarius is also a revolution of identity. Labels, rigid ideologies, and divisions dissolve. People recognize the fluidity of self, embracing diversity while honoring the shared essence that binds us all. Freedom, creativity, and authenticity become the guiding values of society. But above all, this future is personal as much as it is collective. Each awakened individual contributes to the evolution of humanity. Every conscious thought, every compassionate action, every pursuit of truth amplifies the collective vibration, creating a new reality for everyone. The Age of Aquarius offers a vision of humanity at its highest potential, awake, connected, and co-creating a world aligned with truth, empathy, and universal love. It is not a distant dream. It is already emerging, in small acts, in awakened minds, and in the energies that pulse through our planet. And the message is clear. The future will not be inherited. It will be created by each of us together. The Age of Aquarius is not coming tomorrow. It is not a distant prophecy waiting to unfold. It is happening right now, through you, through me, and through every conscious choice we make. Every thought you have, every action you take, every decision to awaken matters. You are not a passive observer of history. You are a co-creator of the future. The revolution of Aquarius is quiet but unstoppable. It doesn't need armies, laws, or slogans. It only needs awareness, courage, and authenticity. Ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your highest truth?
Are you contributing to connection rather than division? Are you nurturing understanding, compassion, and creativity in your daily life? This is your invitation to awaken within, and in doing so, awaken the world around you. The transformation begins with one step, one thought, one action. And as more of us take that step, the collective consciousness shifts. Walls crumble, shadows dissolve, light spreads. The Age of Aquarius is calling humanity to a new way of being, to live in harmony with the earth, to unite through understanding, and to co-create a future grounded in empathy, freedom, and wisdom. You are part of this story. Your awakening is the spark. Your awareness is the ripple. Your choices shape the world. So rise, question, learn, love, face your fears, embrace your potential, because the revolution has already begun, and the most important battleground is within you. The Age of Aquarius is here, and the question is no longer if it will change the world, but will you change with it? The universe is waiting, and so is humanity.